Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw right away. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this giant defense.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. And he comes back with one complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Now they'll change things up.
They go play action here on 1st down. Brandon Jones showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Second and 14. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Giants.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Scatterby. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here's Nix.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Brings up second and 14.
Abdul Carter
At the 31-yard.
Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's second and 14.
to throw is Nix.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
You talk about this Giant defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they have to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't get it.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for the Giants. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And now they'll shift things around. Quick throw there is incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal the last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Theo Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Nix from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Broncos at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. And they return home after playing in London last week, but a happy trip back across the pond as they come home a winner.
And you're exactly right about that because, look, when you lose over there, that flight is really, really long. But not half as bad as when you come home with a victory. Excited about what lies ahead.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
At the 23-yard line.
Nix looking to throw again.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Nix to the air.
Firing quick. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
On 4th down,
Nix. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
Touchdown! Courtland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Broncos 7. Bill Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 58 yards.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now back to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Covers is great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
the offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Nix. He targets England for another grab.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw. Nix.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Nix. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Lutz is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact long time there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back to throw now on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Operating from the gun. Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Working out of the gun is Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for it, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll drop the throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Now they'll audible to something else.
They'll set up a throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive. Nix.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Jalen Waddle
Laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way home for the Broncos score.
Jalen Waddle
with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Giants take over first and
10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and long. And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw.
That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week. Saw how
touchdown Giants!
Calvin Austin
from 19 yards away.
And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Giants 17. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second down and 3. Here's Nix.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
35 yards.
And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That's caught left side by Neighbors. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Back to throw. And this one too low.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in.
A quick throw outlined to Mooney.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And this offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. In the 4th. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
Jason Sanders is set to kick off.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Giants are right back in this football game.
Looking to put a drive together.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw here.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And way up past
past the 35 before he's taken down.
23 yards. And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. That's going to be caught. And he's going to be brought down, but the double pass worked to perfection. That one good for 37 yards. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 26-yard line. Back to throw again. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Third down, here's Tracy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's fourth down.
An audible here to get a new look. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go